Good morning, YouTubers. Been a while since I did an update here. Essentially, well, I've been pretty busy with the bike, as you can probably see. But I also took about a week off and went down to Daytona Bike Week. And actually, the plan was to do some racing down there with the vintage guys, but a sad sequence of events occurred, and all I got was a little bit of practice, and that was it. So, a couple days at the beach. So anyway, let me show you what's going on here. As you can see, we're still waiting for some suspension components. We got no forks in there at all right now, and there's no shock. I believe Chad's having some trouble sourcing some parts, so we just gotta sit and wait. We laced up some brand new DID Dirt Stars onto the OEM hubs. Buchanan hooked us up with some nice spokes, and everything went real nice. Put some brand new Pirelli Scorpions on it, and Renthal chain wheel here, a new DID chain, and the guys at EBC, one of my old sponsors from road racing, hooked us up with some nice EBC rotors. The front is actually missing in action right now, but it should be here in a couple of days, I think. And we'll be able to finish up the build on the front. Same thing with the front wheel. New bearings, OEM bearings. And we're just waiting for that rotor. Boy, I guess a lot's probably been done. Obviously, I got some plastic mounted on it right now. And I've been working on the fuel tank. The fuel tank is really stubborn. If you look real close there, you can see that that's not really a shadow, or is it? No, that's not really a shadow. That's a stain right there on the fuel tank from some old decals, I guess. So, I did some sanding, and I did some more sanding, and it's stubborn for sure. I have some 12% hydrogen peroxide that I was thinking about trying to bleach it with. I don't know if that would really do anything. And I was also thinking about doing some regular chlorine bleach on it. Maybe set it in the sun, cover it with saran wrap so the bleach doesn't evaporate real fast. I don't know, I got a couple ideas. If you have any ideas, definitely post in the comments and let me know what if you have anything that's worked for you in the past. Let's see here. So, pipe. Well, the pipe is definitely attached to the bike. I'm pretty sure that I've got the OEM mounting correctly, so we'll see how that works. I had to do some rehab with the rear brake, but it's working pretty nice. Basically, I had to get a whole new pedal or another pedal and a new clevis, and after that everything is working okay. About the only thing on the pipe is I'm waiting for the Pro Circuit badges that go on the silencer. For some reason those guys are having a little trouble trying to find those or get them to me, but you got to expect that sort of thing with vintage bikes. A lot of parts for this bike are no longer available from Yamaha. So you would have to try and find new old stock from like Tom, Dick, and Harry, or fabricate something new, or make do with something that's used. And you know, the radiators up there surprisingly are watertight. So I'm pretty pleased about that. One of them had a tab that was broken off, so I was able to actually reattach a new tab to it. And they're all mounted up there with the regular OEM fastener. You can see that this side of the tank is not quite as stained as the other side. It doesn't have that distinct mark on it, but it's obviously nowhere near as white as the new plastic. So I'm on the fence about trying to, I'm on the fence about buying a replacement tank from Clark Manufacturing. They still sell the OEM size tank, so I don't know, we'll kick that around and we'll see what happens. The UFO plastic looks nice though. The new Renthal bars here. I threw away the master cylinder that was actually on this bike when I bought it because it was from a street bike, I guess. So this is a 2005 master cylinder. And one reason I chose that is because if I ever break one from my other 250, my 2005 250, I can cannibalize this bike. No, I'm just kidding. You have a more of a option as far as like levers, and eventually I think I'll probably put a set of ARC shorties on it. But yeah, we're just waiting for some forks to slide into those clamps, and then a new rotor, and then we'll be able to attach the brakes and get the whole front end sorted out. What else? Really isn't a whole lot. Got a new set of, let's see. Brake pads. I've got some micro bleeders from Motion Pro. It's always important to bleed the air out of your forks before you ride the bike. Some new EBC rear brakes, rear brake pads, and I have a set of front brake pads too. Not quite sure where they are at the moment. But we'll install those when the time comes as well. These are the EBC double H sintered pads. I don't think I've ever used these for motocross before, but they work awesome. I used to use them exclusively when I was road racing motorcycles, 250 Grand Prix. So, I did have to replace the shift lever, and this is a IMS folding shift lever here. So I think that'll be nice. Put a new case saver on here. This is a new old stock part that I was able to actually find, and I searched around for quite a while to just find a regular case saver, because a lot of companies make them for modern bikes, but I was not able to locate anything, at least easily, for this bike in the aftermarket world. So I went ahead with about the OEM. This is a actual OEM original carburetor. It's not the carburetor that came with the bike when I bought it. I actually had to purchase this from a guy in Florida. He was parting out one of these bikes, and he still had the original carburetor. I took it all apart, cleaned it, replaced a couple of the jets, the pilot and the main, and I was actually able to find a new old stock needle, probably the damn last one in the United States here. But so that carburetor should work nice once we get ready to fire it. About the only thing I really have to do here next on the engine is put some trans fluid in it and fill up the cooling system, and that should be it. Oh, I did also I imported some silicone radiator hoses here. You can see them. They're made by AS3 Performance in the UK. When I got the bike, it still had the old OEM stuff in it. You know, obviously I didn't really want to use that. The plastic seemed a little bit brittle, and essentially this bike, it uses two Y hoses that go from one from the water pump and then one from the head, going up to the inlet and the outlet of the two radiators. And I think it's like it uses like 16 hose clamps or something to accomplish that, with like all the little hose segments and the Y adapters and all that crap. So I pulled all those hoses out and threw them away, and bought a new set, and I'm pretty happy with these. They look nice, but they're also like a lot more reliable than you know, the OEM solution that was 33 years old now. So until we get the shock, we're pretty much just in a waiting phase right now, I think. The rims actually went together really nice. The rear laced it up and sort of semi-tightened it and stuck it on the truing stand, and it actually was there was no hop or wobble in it at all. And so I just basically tightened it up, and then got a little bit of a wobble, and so just corrected that with some tightening and loosening, and got it all squared away the way it is. And you know, we're all so we're in pretty good shape there. I think I still have some work to do in the airbox. You can see the rear subframe or side brace is out of it right now, and that there's a hole where this hole is one of the mounting points for the airbox. So yeah, I think what I'm just probably going to do is use like a stepped washer with a nut on the back, and that should you know, secure that properly. And I think that's about it. One of the holes was blown out. I think it was this one over here. You know, the insert got torn out or melted out, or who knows what happened to it. But I just use a step washer with a nut on the back, and it secures the whole show nicely. So anyway, this is what it looks like at this point. I haven't started it yet because I mean, that's I'd really rather have the wheels on it before I try and start it. Last thing you'd want to do is like try and start it and the thing falls off the stand, and that could be a real pain. So I'll just wait patiently until I get my suspension back and stick some wheels on it, and then test fire it and see how it runs. And I'm really interested to see how it runs, not only just on the stand or in the yard here, but on the racetrack as well. So we'll see what happens. But hope you enjoyed the update, and we'll see you next time. Okay, maybe next time it'll be running, and let you hear what it sounds like. Okay, cheers.